Hello, dear teachers and students. Look at this title: Pedagogy Meets Community, Transforming Classroom with Real World Resources. Have you ever used any of these community resources as a pedagogy? If so, please do share your experience. I'm here with one such kind of community as a pedagogy. Imagine teaching beyond the four walls of classroom, where every lesson comes to life through real world experiences. Imagine how we can make our teaching so interesting and joyful. Community resources, just like a park, museums, caves, beaches, even local leaders, can transform how we teach subjects like history, science, arts, geography, sociology, and many more. Why it so matters to us? This approach bridges the gap between theory and practices, fostering critical thinking, creativity, and a love for learning. You see why won't students like learning? So stay tuned as we dive into subject specific strategies to integrate pedagogy and community resources in practical, innovative ways, and many more. Before we explore how we can connect with the community with our learning with a specific subject oriented, what is community? How we can use it as a pedagogy? A community as a teaching pedagogy refers to incorporating community engagement and collaboration into the learning process, transforming both the classroom and the broader community into a learning environment. This approach emphasizes real world learning experiences, social interaction, and civic responsibility, enriching students' academic understanding and fostering their sense of belonging and agency. A sense of community is built to overcome the isolation of teachers, students, and schools through joint professional development programs, sharing of teaching learning content, joint content development, holding joint activities such as art and science exhibitions, sports meets, quizzes and debates, and tour travel. Children will be given a periodic exposure to activities outside school through visits to palaces, monuments of historical, cultural, and tourist importance, meeting local artists and craftsmen, and visits higher educational institutions in their village or district or taluks or states. I know it's not possible to take the students outside the school regularly, but we can take them to virtual tour and have integrated learning. So India is a treasure trove of culture developed over thousands of years and manifested in the form of art, works of literature, customs, traditions, linguistic expressions, artifact, heritage sites, and more. The National Education Policy 2020 recognizes that the knowledge of the rich diversity of India should be imbibed firsthand by learners. This would mean including simple activities like touring by students to different parts of the country, which will not only give a boost to tourism but will also lead to an understanding and appreciation of diversity, culture, traditions, and knowledge of different parts of India. So, in this regard, let us explore one of such places. Welcome to an extraordinary journey through the Edgal Caves, a treasure trove of history, art, and culture. Today, we will explore how these ancient caves can be a fascinating tool for learning across various subjects. I know many of you are aware of these locations, but let me take you to the location of Edgal Caves. Reaching these caves is no easy feat. The path winds through rugged terrains with over 400 steep steps leading to an altitude of 1200 meters. But every step brings us closer to unraveling one of the oldest secrets of human civilization. The name Edgal means stone in between, aptly describing this natural formation, a massive boulder wedged between two larger rocks, creating a unique shelter. But it's not just its structure that makes it special, it's what lies within. Look closely and you will see stories etched into stone. These petroglyphs, some dating back to 6000 BCE, depict human figures, animals, weapons, and mysterious symbols. Some drawings resemble motifs from the Indus Valley civilization, hinting at connections beyond South India. Who carved these symbols? Were they messages, rituals, or just artistic expressions? Historians suggest multiple groups inhabited the caves across different eras, leaving behind layers of history waiting to be decoded. The caves reflect the social structure of ancient communities, their tools, their beliefs, their interactions with nature. Edkal Caves is not just a geological wonder, but a bridge across centuries, connecting us to the whispers of the past. This journey, carving into stone, continues to interview historians, artists, and explorers alike. When we come across caves, easily we can connect them with the history. Let's see how we can connect. For history lessons, the Edkal caves serve as a window into the past. Teachers can use the petroglyphs to discuss early human life, trade, and cultural exchanges. You can trace various humanly figures on these caves. You can ask the students to identify the type of culture. You ask students to interpret the carvings and create a story about the lives of the people who made them, how they might have made them, then how to integrate art and culture. Students can draw inspiration from the intricate carvings to create their own artwork. This activity not only enhances creativity but also deepens their appreciation for ancient art forms. Then, teaching geography. Geography lessons can focus on the natural formation of the caves, their location, and the role of the surrounding environment in preserving these historical treasures. You can also ask the students to work on the formation of these caves, then exploring sociology and anthropology. The carvings in the Edkal caves offer insights into early societal structure and rituals. Sociology and anthropology students can analyze these symbols to understand the evolution of human societies. So, we can organize a debate on how ancient societies influenced modern culture as an activity. What kind of engaging activity we can assign to the students based on these games? Divide the students into groups and provide images of the carvings. Ask them to interpret the symbols and create a short story describing the life and culture of the people who created them. We can also integrate the activity with languages, such as you can ask students to write a diary entries from the perspective of someone living in the time period of the carvings. You can give the discussion a topic like why preserving cultural heritage is important today. You can also ask the students to decode the symbols seen on Edkal's petroglyphs and suggest what they might represent, rituals, resources, or even early trade. Then, integrating with the technology, students can create a digital tour of Edkal caves using tools like Google Earth or presentation software. You can also encourage them to narrate their own virtual tour. You can encourage creativity in storytelling. Ask students to select a character whose point of view they will write from. Option includes such as a cave artist carving petroglyphs, a trader passing through the region, a community leader organizing rituals, a child exploring the cave from the first time. You can see how the students engage themselves in learning. This enhances realism and engagement. So, when I asked a student to include sensory details like sights, sounds, smells, and reflect, and the tools used, clothing, food, and interactions with others, so one of the students came out with these lines.
It was a chilly morning, and the echo of hammering filled the cave as we carved symbols of the hunt. My fingers ached from holding the stone tools, but the excitement of completing the carving kept me going.
See, look at those sensory words written over there. So try this in your class as well. This activity blends creativity, historical knowledge, and emotional engagement, making learners both fun and impactful. So bring this into your classroom learning, especially grade 6 history, so you can directly connect with the carvings of the caves and their location, their formation. So make the learning joyful. Thank you.